Now on 4 News Now at 6, the belongings of the 4 murdered U of I students are being returned to their families. Why the police chief says it's an important step for the families and the community.
I'm tracking another round of snow making its way into our area. But first, we have areas of dense fog tonight that could lead to tricky driving conditions. I'll let you know when it's going to clear in the first alert forecast.
10 to 12-hour days, up to 7 days a week. Some local mail carriers say it comes with the job, but others say they're fed up. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
We start with breaking news out of Moscow tonight. Investigators are asking for your help finding a car that was near the home where 4 U of I students were murdered. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Luna.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Police say they want to talk to the people inside of a white 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra, like the one that you see in these 2 pictures. These are stock photos, but it would look similar. Investigators say in the early morning hours of November 13th, a car just like that was in the immediate area of the house where the bodies of Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mojin, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were all found. Moscow police believe that the people inside of that car may have critical information about the case. Police don't know anything about the license plate on the car, and they're asking if you know of anyone who may have been driving a white Elantra in Moscow the weekend of November 12th to the 13th to please call or email the Moscow tip line. It's right there on your screen, the email address as well.
Clearing out a crime scene to help families heal. That's what police are doing at the home where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. Local and state police packed up the students' belongings today and will give them back to their families.
It's been over 3 weeks since Moscow police say those 4 students were killed in their sleep. Police are still looking for leads and they're still looking for the killer. And they now say the time has come to empty the house. Esther Bauer was there and she shows us the changing crime scene.
You know, I'm a dad. I understand the meaning behind some of those things.
Which is why Moscow's police chief said he wanted to be there when the home was cleared. He shared this video on Tuesday as his team geared up for the grueling act. And
it's important to me. It's important for us as a department to go in and take care of the families and get the items for them so that they can have some of those back and some of those memories back that are fond memories.
Memories frozen in time inside this home, which hasn't changed in weeks. It's where the vicious murder of these young lives changed a community forever, with police now picking up the pieces for grieving families. Police have a U-Haul here at the home where the students were murdered. They're now taking multiple trips, bringing out personal items they're going to give back to their families. Dozens of boxes full of memories, with the police chief trying his best to help people heal and honoring his word to the community when the job was done on Wednesday.
We have a job to do, and I said yesterday that we're going to do our job. We're going to do it to the best of our ability, and we owe this to the family, we owe this to the victims, we owe this to our community, so we're going to continue on.
These items will continue on to the families, heading to a secure location, ready for loved ones to pick up as police keep hunting for a killer. Reporting in Moscow, Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.
Esther, thank you. Police are searching for the person responsible for a shooting at an apartment complex in North Spokane. It happened near Wiley Avenue and Colton Street, just east of Division. Police say the shooting started because of an argument. It's still unclear if the shot was fired from the parking lot or from an apartment. As of now, police say no one was hurt. This is still a developing story. We will update you as we learn more. Well, everyone needs to be careful on the roads tonight with dense fog forming over the next few hours.
And then once that's out, once that clears up, we're going to have another round of snow. We'll send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, we already have some areas of dense fog forming right around the Spokane area and also down around Lewiston, where visibility is less than a quarter mile. Out by the airport, Fairchild Air Force Base and Cheney, we have some fog developing here in downtown and up around Spirit Lake as well. Temperatures are below freezing, so areas of freezing fog and that freezing drizzle that has caused problems on the roads is going to be with us again this evening. We will see some improvement toward tomorrow morning, but that will be just in time for the next round of snow to move in. We already have some winter weather advisories issued for that. In the meantime, expect areas of dense fog, freezing drizzle, as well as some snow flurries this evening. Temperatures dropping down into the teens. I'll be back to let you know how much snow to expect. And this is just round one. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Aaron?
Chris, thank you. A 30-car pileup closed part of I-90 in Kittitas County for 12 hours today. It's now back open. Washington State Patrol says weather played a big part in the pileup. New tonight at 6 o'clock. Matt Gray explains how this happened and why there's no substitute for slowing down. Matt.
Yeah, there certainly is not, especially with more fog in the forecast. The area that this happened on I-90, it goes up 1,800 feet from Vantage along the Columbia River and then down 1,100 feet into the Yakima River Basin around Kittitas. Anytime you have a big vertical change on really any stretch of road, the odds for rapidly changing conditions, they get a lot higher. So let's look at what happened this morning. The air much warmer down in Vantage. That warm air rising up the hill, creating fog and light east winds up at the crest. Now those winds creating icy conditions in the area as that fog was freezing onto whatever it happened to be blown towards by the wind. We call that rime ice, and there was a lot of it when you woke up this morning around the region. At the same time, temperatures in the valley bottom around Kittitas much colder, setting up a temperature inversion that also will encourage fog development right on the mountain slopes nearby. In just a few miles, it likely went from clear visibility down at the valley bottom to pea soup fog as you drove up. Looking at the accident photos, the visibility here, it could not have been more than a few hundred feet at the time. Now, at the speed limit of 70 miles per hour, it takes over 300 feet to come to a dead stop under ideal road conditions. Semi-trucks, they'll take over 500 feet. That's a football field and a half to come to a dead stop. Icy roads, they can take 3 times that distance to come to a full stop. That's just in a regular old car. So when you mix these highway speeds and low visibility, you basically have no time at all to react to what's going on in front of you. But when you slow down, you're going to give yourself a better chance to avoid whatever peers out of the fog.
Thank you, Matt. A Spokane man convicted of raping 3 young girls will spend the next 38 years in prison. Police say 49-year-old Jason Ayers abused the girls during the early to mid-2000s. Those 3 girls, who are now adults, say Ayers raped them a number of times during that time period. The 3 girls told other adults in their lives about the abuse, but one of the women didn't reach out to the Spokane Police Department until 2017 when an investigation began. Ayers was initially charged in 2018, but he remained on the streets until October of this year because of COVID-19 and other delays. Law enforcement back at Camp Hope today handing out new, bigger flyers.
Well, these flyers say, warning, the camp is set to be closed. Once again, it doesn't say when. Bronte Sorotsky was back at the camp today and has a reaction to law enforcement passing out those flyers.
Well, as we watched law enforcement walk through the camp, people mostly stayed inside their tents as officers handed out new flyers for the second day in a row.
This is nothing more than a show of force at this point. It's intimidation, and it's just plain wrong.
Are they accurate? That was WashDOT's reaction to law enforcement walking through Camp Hope Wednesday. The lawyer representing the camp was on site as well, saying he wanted to ensure officers weren't overstepping during their visit.
WashDOT's agreed they can come on site and pass these flyers out. That's fine. I let them know that the campers do not consent to search and they don't consent to entry into their tents.
Got a pamphlet for you.
WashDOT officials say they know the camp will need to close, but say these visits from law enforcement don't help.
It's just extremely disappointing. I mean, all this is doing is riling up people at the camp. We're making significant progress, but they continue to show up and put pressure, cause people to get upset, and it's not being helpful.
There's no word on how long these visits will last, but SPD says these visits aim to let people living at the camp know that the camp will close soon and that the city has other shelters available. Catholic Charities Catalyst Project is set to open on Thursday, with the hopes some living at the camp will move there. Camp leaders say the visit interrupted their preparation to move people.
The Catalyst Project opens tomorrow. Our first move-ins come in tomorrow, and we're in there with service providers, and we're preparing paperwork and getting people ready to move and packing up their things, and we have to stop everything that we're doing, and we have to close everything down so that people feel safe.
There's no word yet as to how often these visits will occur. Now, I did reach out to the city and the county for a response to these visits. I have not heard back by news time, but will keep you updated as I wait to hear back. Reporting live in East Central, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Flags are at half-staff across the country today for National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day.
How Spokane is honoring the men and women who lost their lives during the attack coming up. And millions of people are uploading photos of themselves online to create an AI-generated portrait. But what does the app do with your photos when it's done? The answer coming up on 4 News Now at 6.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Save your greed! It's Walker's year-end clearance mattress sale. Save big on over 40 styles from Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Beautyrest Black mattresses. Or say yes to 5 years, no interest, no minimum purchase, no money down.
During the year-end clearance sale at Walker's.
Our family is all over the place sometimes, but ICCU helps us keep up with them. We use card control to turn on Olive's debit card when she needs to pay for activities.
And turn it off when she's shopping online.
We make sure Forrest is depositing his lawn mowing checks into his college fund. And we definitely make sure to ask Grandma Ivy where all those Zelle transfers come from. Phew, was a lot of keeping up. You ready for a break?
It's time to replace your old tub with a new shower. But you don't want the hassle or the worry of getting it finished. You just want to pick a style and relax, knowing that it'll be wonderful when it's done. Is that too much to ask? No, actually it's not. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,250 off your complete bathroom remodel.
The doctor will see you now.
But do they really? Do they see that crick in your neck? That ache in your heart? Will they see that funny little thing that wasn't there last year? The new bounce in your step? The way your retinal scan connects to your blood sugar? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you.
The world's greatest magicians come together live on stage for a holiday spectacular. The Illusionists Magic of the Holidays.
December 26th at First Interstate Center. Buy now at ticketswest.com.
Next, E.T., we're on the red carpet for Harry and Meghan's New York night out. Plus,
I'm just so honored to be a part of it.
Our exclusive with Hollywood's boss women, Then.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa.
Only we're on set with the stars celebrating a CMA country Christmas and making new holiday plans.
Putting him in little Christmas outfits, he's going to look back on and think, Dad, why did you put me in that?
Next, E.T.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Today marks 81 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor. More than 2,400 service members were killed and more than 1,000 were hurt. We remember the resilience and sacrifice made to preserve our country's freedom.
At one point, more than 20 survivors called Spokane home, but a local chapter says time has taken its toll. Vanessa Perez spoke to one widow who's on a mission to make sure those sacrifices are not forgotten.
Families and current service members gathered here at the Spokane Arena. Each of these lays to honor those who survived or were killed in the attack on Pearl Harbor. Vina Mickelson sat front and center. She describes her husband, Dennis, as a wonderful man. He served 16 and a half years. Mickelson was a radio man in the Navy. She remembers the story he told her of the attack.
He thought he was never going to live. And he wrote a letter to his mother, but letter did not get to her. She thought he was dead until she found out he was alive on the 3rd of January.
That would be almost a month after Pearl Harbor.
There was blood and oil in the water. He swam through that to get ashore. Somebody took him, I don't know. They let him have a shower and fed him and took him back to the ship. And then they set him in a chair and they said, now keep this water on that corner over there. They left him for 4 hours.
Although Mickelson is gone, she won't let her husband's sacrifice or others be forgotten. The city of Spokane honored her with a proclamation.
I just feel that this is something we have to remember. And I do what I can to keep it going.
A day known in infamy, honored on this chilly Wednesday afternoon, the largest conflict the world would ever see.
Every year we come back to remember them, to remember the resilience that they showed and their ability to come back and preserve American freedom.
As Newberry says, the cost of freedom isn't free. Reporting in Spokane, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
Well, thank you for that, Vanessa. 4 things to know about your weather. Freezing drizzle and freezing fog tonight, and then snow on the way for Thursday afternoon. 3 to 4 inches around Spokane by Friday morning, and more snow on the way Saturday. There's a lot more winter weather to tell you about in the 7-day forecast after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Super One Foods.
Every holiday season, Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots collects thousands of toys for less fortunate children during the Christmas holidays.
We're thankful for all our donations and all our wonderful volunteers who bring joy to children during our 75th anniversary of Toys for Tots.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Toys for Tots as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a matching air conditioner with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free AC from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
Hello, I'm Diamond Dan Clark.
And I'm Jeweler Jane.
And we're from Clark's Diamond Jewelers in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Our famous snow promotion is back for Christmas.
If it snows 5 inches or more in 24 hours on January 7th, 2023, all purchases made at Clark's between November 19th and December 31st will be refunded in full. And that means all engagement rings, loose diamond and gemstones, jewelry and gifts could all be free.
Shop Clark's Diamond Jewelers this Christmas and let it snow diamonds.
It's here once again, an adventure in Coeur d'Alene with family and friends. Trees will light up, snow will fall, while you're dining, shopping, and having a ball. Santa and STCU hid elves in secret spots. So keep an eye out, you could win lots. If you find our elf on a shelf while in downtown Coeur d'Alene, a Fig Pickles shopping spree, Seahawks tickets, or gift cards you could gain. So explore downtown shops like never before. Go to cdadowntown.com if you want to learn more.
Feel the magic of Christmas at all 13 Walker's locations with big savings of 18 to 40% off. Or say yes to no minimum purchase, no money down, no interest for 5 years.
Making it a season to remember at Walker's.
Temperatures right now are in the 20s in Coeur d'Alene and Spokane. Clear skies being reported in Coeur d'Alene, but there are definitely some areas of fog you can see on this picture from US 95 and I-90. Right across the street at the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Beyond the Christmas colors, you can see that deck of low clouds and fog, and it gets even more intense the further west you go out onto the West Plains, where visibility is less than a quarter mile, and with temperatures dropping into the teens. Watch out. That low fog and cloud deck producing some light Snow flurries, some freezing drizzle, and fog freezing to the roadways. Tomorrow, then on top of that glaze of ice, we're going to add some snow. Thankfully, a lot of the main roads are treated, so that really helps with the ice from the fog. We are going to see some snow accumulating through Friday morning. Winter weather advisory goes into effect at noon in the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho at 4 p.m. around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area down into the central panhandle. Continues until noon on Friday. We are going to see some impressive totals in the mountains, but even in town, some pretty good snows. Here's a look at our forecast radar. We'll stay dry through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, then start to see that snow through the Okanagan Valley. By noon, that chance of snow moves into Spokane County and eventually Kootenai County. Will keep the snow going through the evening commute right on through Thursday evening before we begin to dry out Friday morning. Here's 6 a.m. Dry in eastern Washington, but the chance of snow continues in the panhandle, particularly over the higher terrain and in the central panhandle. Here's Friday at 6 p.m. We're going to bring in another round of snow Friday night and into Saturday. Here's some initial snowfall estimates on this first round through Friday at 10 in the morning. In the 3 to 4 inch range, perhaps even a little bit higher around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, with lesser amounts as we head west into Moses Lake, Ritzville, Grand Coulee, and Omak. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the teens and lower 20s, 20 in Sandpoint, Coeur d'Alene, 20 in Kellogg, but we'll be at 16 in Pullman and Spokane, 16 in Ritzville. High temperatures tomorrow will be right around freezing or a little bit below. Coeur d'Alene at 33, but 30 in Spokane. We'll be at 34 in Grand Coulee. That's not going to help much. We're not going to be doing any melting, even though we'll get just above freezing. Your planning forecast, possibility of some lingering snow showers in Coeur d'Alene on Friday, but we should be dry in Spokane, a high of 30 degrees. More snow coming in Friday night and into Saturday. It looks like in the 2 to 4 inch range for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but we will keep you updated. That chance of snow lingers into Sunday, and right now it looks like we're going to be looking at mainly mountain snow showers Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but we're also bringing in colder air. Temperatures in the teens for lows, high temperatures in the 20s, and it gets even colder in the 8 to 14 day forecast. I have some Wildlife Wednesday photos for you coming up in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Chris, thank you. A group of Spokane County workers designed a new modification for snowplows.
Public Works says it will save taxpayer money and help keep snow out of driveway entrances. Public Works says plow gates to keep snow out of people's driveways cost around $12 grand per plow. So its welders came up with their own design, which only costs $5,000. That saves the county $200,000. 26 plows now have new gates to tackle the next snowstorm. The county shop supervisor says he hopes this upgrade makes taxpayers very happy.
The idea is to be able to go in and help clean those driveways out, keep them clean for people. Obviously, it's still going to leave probably a little bit of something there, but not like filling them up like we did in the past.
Public Works welders started working on this new design back in June and finished ahead of schedule 2 weeks before November 1st.
Flu cases are on the rise, but vaccination rates are down. Why health experts say you shouldn't wait to get vaccinated, still ahead. And it's the end of an era. The last new Boeing 747 has left the factory floor. How the plane revolutionized the airline industry. Coming up on 4 News Now at 6.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Remote car starts, new high-performance lighting, cool new rims and tires, and great prices on speakers, amps, and subwoofers. If you're looking for the best Christmas gift ideas, then go to the pros at Snow's.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin. Excuse me.
Roll it back, everybody.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more. But it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex targets congestion at the source, relieving nasal congestion and sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. Try Vicks Sinex.
At Providence, we've been investing in the health of the community and raising the standard of care for over 160 years. And we are honored to bring you top-rated Medicare Advantage coverage. Providence plans start at just $0, include dental, hearing, and vision, and connect you to a network of thousands of local providers. Providence. Join us as we make communities stronger by building true health together.
Hey, Greens. How's everything going today?
Hey, Robert. We're good. Just checking in on that car loan we applied for.
No worries. Let me pull that up. Yep. Looks like you're approved and all set.
Hey, that's great news.
So, you headed over to the dealership now?
Yep. Just gotta make one stop first.
And we got a great rate, too.
Christmas Tree Elegance is Spokane's premier holiday attraction. Just $1 for a chance to win a tree with gifts worth up to $5,000. Visit the historic Davenport Hotel and River Park Square for a chance to make your holiday wishes come true.
If you've been looking for a new vehicle in the current market, you may be hearing things like extra charges, added accessories, or second sticker.
Not at Coeur d'Alene Honda. We make it easy.
We'll keep you posted till your new Honda arrives, give you a fair value for your trade, and give you a lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Well, that was easy. Come meet the team and purchase your next vehicle at Coeur d'Alene Honda.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Call today for our available inventory and check out our website at cdahonda.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Around the nation, Democrats continue to celebrate their big win in Georgia, where incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock defeated Republican candidate Herschel Walker. The Atlanta's pastor's win in the red state hands Democrats an outright majority in the Senate, making it easier for the party to confirm judges and advance legislation out of committees. Walker's defeat is raising questions about how the party will run future campaigns.
Think about the state of Georgia. It's going to be a swing state in 2024. And if we go down this road again, I suspect we're going to get the same result.
With Warnock's win, Democrats end an era of an evenly split Senate.
New tonight at 6. Over the last few weeks, you may have noticed your friends sharing digital portrait-style photos of themselves, kind of like these, online. And no, they didn't suddenly become a master of Photoshop. They are actually being made by an app on your phone.
ABC's Gio Benitez explains how it works and why some are concerned how the app uses your personal information.
It's the app that's taken social media by storm, from celebrities to TikTokers, all putting their face through the Lensa AI app.
Everybody's using the AI-generated images from these in their social media apps.
Oh, I love being a woman.
It's just really taken off in the past couple of weeks.
While the app is just taking off, it's actually been around since 2018. You upload 10 to 20 photos of your face. Think selfies or portraits.
The more angles and face expressions the photos have, the better results you can achieve.
Then, after about half an hour, Lensa generates dozens, even hundreds, of pieces of digital art called magic avatars. But this morning, the question, how safe is your data when you use it? Andrew Kautz is senior editor of security at Wired.
The company does claim to delete quote-unquote face data after 24 hours, and they seem to have good policies in place for their privacy and security practices.
But he isn't too concerned about the photos. He says most of us already have our face online on social media, but
the main thing I would be concerned about is the behavioral analytics that they're collecting. If I were going to use the app, I would make sure to turn on as restrictive privacy settings as possible.
And he has some advice no matter which app you have on your phone.
You can change your privacy settings on your phone to make sure that the app isn't collecting as much data as it seems to be able to. And you can make sure that you're not sharing images that contain anything more private than just your face.
From planning holiday parties to finding the perfect gift for the kids, the most wonderful time of the year can quickly become the most stressful one.
We have tips to make sure your holidays don't impact your mental health coming up.
Plus tonight, mail carriers being pushed to their limits, new hires lasting just a few days before they've had enough, and claims of packages receiving priority over standard mail. That story coming up.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see all that you are? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente.
Friday on GMA, Backstreet's back all right. It's a holiday concert even Santa's gonna love. The Backstreet Boys, live with Christmas in New York on GMA. Sponsored by CarMax.
It's Walker's year-end clearance mattress sale. Save big on over 40 styles from Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Beautyrest Black mattresses. Or say yes to 5 years, no interest, no minimum purchase, no money down.
During the year-end clearance sale at Walker's.
What is a jewelry design center? Locally owned and the largest jewelry store in the region, offering you more choices, more options. A showroom filled with world-famous brands and designers. A center who also creates exclusive designs and one-of-a-kind pieces. Whose specialized selection process ensures the brightest diamonds and most vivid gems. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
BECU was created for communities like Spokane because we get what it means to be a Spokanite. We're locals who look out for our neighbors and strive to do what's right for our members. With convenient neighborhood financial centers, free ATMs, and 24/7 mobile banking, we can do what's right for you too. So join us at BECU.
With winter fast approaching, Findlay Downtown Toyota has you covered with a great selection of pre-owned SUVs and trucks. And if your current vehicle needs a tune-up or tires, just make a phone call and we'll hook you up. Findlay Toyota's downtown.
College roommates murder investigation. Mystery of the electronic door locks. Next Inside Edition. Locks like these were on all the doors. Did the killer know the code to get inside?
Be sure that the previous students didn't have the combination.
Then,
hi, it's me, Kirstie.
The latest on the death of actress Kirstie Alley. Her final days revealed. Next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
We continue to follow breaking news out of Moscow, Idaho tonight. Police are asking for your help finding a car that was near the home where 4 University of Idaho students were killed.
Well, police say they want to talk to the people who were inside a white 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra that night. Like the one on your screen, that is a stock photo, but the car will look similar to that. Investigators believe they could have critical information about the case. Police don't know anything about the license plate on the car and ask if you know of anyone who may have been driving a white Elantra in Moscow that weekend. Call or email the Moscow tip line. The email and number are there on your screen.
Well, with the holidays rapidly approaching, mail carriers are working 10 to 12-hour shifts during these cold winter days in an effort to get packages to your doorstep. Like many industries, postal workers are handcuffed by staffing shortages, impacting their ability to get mail delivered in a timely manner.
KXLY's Jordan Smith heard from mail carriers and their families about the frustrations mounting in the mailroom. He joins us in studio with more. Jordan.
Well, I spoke with a mail carrier today, and he vented his frustration of why he actually got out of the industry. And we also heard from the families of these postal workers who are frustrated with these 12 to 14-hour shifts. Take a listen. Mail carriers are battling icy walkways and grueling schedules. Many working more than 12 hours per day just to keep up with the growing number of package deliveries this holiday season.
They're working in the dark, so they're working like 12, 14-hour days with no days off.
Michelle is the mother of a mail carrier in our region. She tells us many carriers are often apprehensive to speak to the media of problems brewing in the mailroom, fearful it could cost them their job. For that reason, she asked us not to use her last name to protect her daughter.
They're not allowed to talk to the media.
The workers are not?
No, they're not supposed to talk to any media.
Mail carriers get paid an average of roughly $20 an hour and receive a multitude of different benefits. Despite this, many new hires are unable or unwilling to keep up with the demanding schedule that's required.
They'll hire employees, but then the employees stay for 2 days and realize how demanding the work is and how many hours, and with no days off, and they quit.
This is not a problem exclusive to Spokane.
Pretty much 6 a.m. in the morning to 8 at night, 7 days a week.
But across the country, Edward Pfizer was a mail carrier in Virginia for roughly 18 months before stepping away from the profession. He made it much longer than most, saying it was rare for a new hire to make it past the first month.
They would go through the first 2 weeks of training and then come to the post office and start to, going on the routes with the carriers and then leave after 1 or 2 days.
The carrier shortage plays into a larger problem. Both Michelle and Edward tell us that mail carriers are being asked to prioritize packages over standard mail deliveries.
They're told to by their supervisors.
You could be out there delivering mail and say you're helping out on another route, taking the mail and packages from it. Management would actually call you on the phone and tell you to stop delivering mail and just finish delivering the packages.
And the USPS continues to refute those claims, saying, quote, "We are seeing historic package volume in the Spokane area, and we are flexing every available resource, including delivering packages as early as 6 a.m. each day." And we also reached out to the USPS multiple times asking if employees would be disciplined if they spoke with the media. As of news time, we still haven't heard back. And so if you're dealing with mail delays at home, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email at news4@kxly.com. Guys?
Jordan, thank you. New tonight at 6:30, the Attorney General in D.C. is suing Amazon on behalf of its delivery drivers. The lawsuit claims the e-commerce giant improperly used customer tips to reduce what it owed in drivers' wages. The Attorney General alleges Amazon changes its payment model in 2016 without notifying customers or drivers. The Federal Trade Commission worked out a settlement last year with Amazon about this issue, but the prosecutor says he is suing because the FTC never fined Amazon for its deceptive practice. Amazon says it changed its payment model for drivers in 2019, and the lawsuit filed Tuesday has no merit.
Live look over the Spokane Pavilion and the parkade all lit up in red and green. It is a foggy night across the inland northwest. Freezing drizzle possible overnight, and the fog is dense in some locations. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Snow on the way by Tuesday afternoon, 3 to 4 inches around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene by Friday morning, with more snow on the way for Saturday. Here's a look right now at the areas we're seeing the fog develop, especially as we head west and south of Spokane, also down around Lewiston. Our conditions have actually deteriorated just since the beginning of the 6 o'clock hour at Fairchild Air Force Base. Now visibility less than a quarter mile, also very low at Spokane International Airport and right here in downtown for that matter. Meanwhile, temperatures are below freezing across the region, so there will be spots where the fog freezes to the roadways, plus the freezing drizzle that has left light glaze on untreated roads for 3 nights in a row now. We will be adding some snow to that. Our winter weather advisory for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene goes into effect at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, although the snow will probably start around noon. It goes into effect at noon in the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho. Here's your Thursday planner. We'll be in the teens with patchy fog in the morning, heading up to a high of only 30 degrees with the snow really ramping up around the time the evening commute gets underway. I'll be back to let you know about more cold, wintry weather in the 7-day forecast and the 14-day forecast in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
The Salvation Army says they are in need of more kettlebell ringers. The organization says if they don't fill about 100 open positions, this could really impact what services they can provide moving forward. They released a statement saying our kettle drive has been part of the Christmas scene since 1891. The reason the red kettles have lasted so long is because it works. The donations remain local to help bring change to local children and families in need, and simultaneously that helps our community. For more information on how to volunteer, check for this story on KXLY.com.
New tonight at 6:30, flu cases are on the rise across the U.S. and health officials say less people are getting vaccinated compared to last year.
Hospitalizations for flu continue to be the highest we have seen at this time of year in a decade.
The CDC says this year's flu shot appears to be very good. matching circulating strains. But vaccination rates for flu are lower compared to the same time last year, especially among those who are most vulnerable. In Washington, only 31% of eligible children have received the flu vaccine. That's down 6% from last year, according to the CDC. Rates are a little bit better in Idaho, only down 5% from last year, 33% of children getting vaccinated. If you haven't gotten a flu shot, U.S. health officials say get it now. It's better than not at all. The end of an era in Everett, Washington last night when the final Boeing 747 rolled off the production line.
One of the most iconic jetliners ever made. It was dubbed Queen of the Skies. It was the first of the jumbo jets and forever changed the way we traveled. Tonight at 6:30, KOMO's Joel Moreno gives us a look back at how the 747 revolutionized the aviation industry.
Edging off the factory floor, the final 747 ever to be built rolled out in an almost royal procession as workers lined up to send off the so-called Queen of the Skies in style.
Well, to me, since it was a plane that I started on, this is my favorite airplane.
Boeing took a big gamble on the 747 when the first ones were made in the 1960s. The aircraft was massive compared to other jets at the time, and a whole new factory had to be built in Everett.
I mean, the 747 was a total game changer. You know, the Queen, she brought value from the beginning, and she's given value ever since.
This final jumbo jet will carry freight, but the plane's design opened up the doors to aviation and made it economical for average people to take flights across the globe.
It's really open aviation to everybody. It was a big airplane. You could fit more people in, and I guess it made it cheaper too. So it really opened aviation to everybody.
The massive plane has played other roles, serving as Air Force One for U.S. presidents and carrying NASA's space shuttles between launch pads. The factory in Everett put its stamp on all of it.
And it really put Everett, Washington on the map, and over the years it's become a thriving aerospace hub.
But over the decades, customer demand began to dry up as other more efficient aircraft proved just as capable, making this the final 747 Boeing will ever build.
It's really bittersweet. It's really sad to see the 47 go.
An Idaho football player made history today. What it means for the Vandals football program coming up in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Providence Health.
The icy winds of winter are here. Whether you're heading up to the slopes or just traveling through a mountain pass, you need a vehicle that can handle the icy conditions. Stay in control with trucks, and more trucks from Northwest Motorsport.
Holidays and parties go together like wine and cheese. And who better to serve up the season than Super One Foods during our one-day wine, beer, and cheese sale this Thursday only. Invite your friends, then stock up on select specialty cheeses and a great selection of wine and craft beer, all 20% off. Super One Foods wine, beer, and cheese sale this Thursday only. Let the celebrations begin.
Hi, I'm John Butler with Century 21. Welcome to beautiful Gem Shores Estate here in Hayden Lake, the most premier waterfront property for sale in North Idaho. This 8,600 square foot masterpiece is designed with the most unique furnishings from all over the world. Every piece has a history and a story to tell. When this home sells, the furniture must go. Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake is the only company we refer our clients to. Our clients deserve the best, and Consign Furniture delivers every time.
At Move Fitness, our gyms are designed to keep you moving. From the energetic fun classes to our motivating trainers and state-of-the-art equipment, there's a reason we've been voted the #1 best gym year after year. And every day we come to work focused on you, our top priority, giving you the cleanest facilities for your workout goals. Come on, let's work out. Move Fitness.
The big New Year's Eve party is at Chewelah Casino with 3 sets of cash drawings. Play your favorite games to earn your entries for your chance to win your share of over $15,000 in cash prizes. And every Saturday, you could earn bonus entries just by playing with your Sun Club card. Party, play, and win on December 31st during our 3 sets of drawings. Dance in the new year with cash prizes at Chewelah Casino. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
New tonight at 6:30, we have a really cool Encanto-themed light display in the Colombian city of Medellin. They used roughly 10 million lights to bring the Disney characters and settings to life. It even includes the iconic bedroom doors. The city's known for its extravagant holiday arrangements, attracting thousands of tourists every December. And this year, it looks like they will be talking about Bruno.
I'd see what happened there.
Yes. That is so beautiful, though.
That's pretty cool. I'd love to check that out sometime. Yeah. Well, a lot of people, this is a good time of year when you indulge in a little Christmas movie watching activities. And one movie stands out above all the rest. 80% of the U.S. saying it's their favorite holiday movie. Guess which one it is? We kind of talked about this earlier. Were you paying attention? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's it. Everybody loves it, apparently. I don't know. It's not my favorite.
You know, it's the favorite here in Washington.
Too many times.
Yeah.
I loved it, and now I don't.
Maybe that's the reason. If you only watch it once or twice, then it still remains
It's pretty
your
funny. But over and over, you get kind of burned out. Some of the other favorites were Die Hard, Edward Scissorhands, Gremlins, It's a Wonderful Life, which was the top pick in Idaho. Chris's favorite is the Netflix and Hallmark style movies, just A Christmas Prince. What are the other ones?
I do love that. Oh, they had,
way to give away the secrets, Aaron.
Oh, I mean, she's not alone. Everyone, come on. Who hasn't indulged in a little Hallmark movie?
Watched them all. And yes, always with a happy ending. So that is as will this forecast. But first, let's talk about some Wildlife Wednesday photos. Very wintry scenes in the Wildlife Wednesday this week, as you can imagine. And this picture from Mark Vogt is just outstanding. A sweet young white-tailed doe in the snow. Mark says she couldn't even be bothered with Mark. She was too busy rummaging through the snow looking for something to eat, and it looks like she found something. A really special shot there. I just love it. And Dora Z. Davis, this quail found something to eat, that's for sure. Just chubby and sleepy. Dora said he was sound asleep when she went up to take his picture. Very, very good shot there, Dora. And oh, I should have warned you before if you're squeamish. But I tell you, I have seen thousands of bald eagle photos, and they're all spectacular. I have never seen one quite like this. Larry Crumpleman, bald eagle, and a kokanee along for the ride, I guess. Very dramatic shot there from Larry. It's the circle of life. That's why the bald eagles come to Lake Coeur d'Alene for the kokanee salmon. Sashimi. Here's a look at your, this might make you squeamish as well if you don't like snow. We have got a very good chance of snow tomorrow. We should be dry to start the day. Chance of snow in Spokane right around noon, and then it increases. I'm afraid tomorrow evening's commute is going to be a tricky one with snow on top of already icy roads, and that's just going to keep on falling through Friday morning at 10 o'clock. Here's a look at some of the projected snowfall totals. This will change likely. Check in tomorrow morning with Mark Peterson for an update on some of the snowfall totals. That snow is not going to melt. The warmest that we get over the next 7 days is 33 degrees. This white line is average by this time next week down at 34 degrees. But by this time next week, we're only going to be in the 20s for highs. And the 8 to 14 day forecast had to break out the dark blue for the below average temperatures all the way into the days before Christmas. Precipitation, however, this is something new. Below average precipitation possible. We'll see. In the meantime, snow on the way tomorrow through early Friday morning. More snow Friday night into Saturday with a slight chance on Sunday. Mostly dry next week. Wouldn't rule out an isolated snow shower, but most of the shovelable snow will be over for a while. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Well, it is the holiday season. It's a time to be merry and joyful, but for many it can be stressful this time of year. Whether it's the change in routine, the gift giving, maybe the family gatherings, or grieving a lost loved one, the holidays can greatly impact our mental health. So to help, one psychologist says to practice basic self-care.
Keep a routine, attend to your sleep, keep good nourishment, take part in physical activity, even if it's just going for a walk. Give yourself some space. Stay away from some of those unhelpful comparisons, especially those on social media.
Other helpful tips are to take a break from devices that might be distracting or further isolating. And if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, give yourself grace and take time to relax.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Bill's Heating and Air is now accepting applications for plumbers, electricians, HVAC professionals, and highly motivated people wanting a career in the heating and air conditioning business. Every new hire is trained in our one-of-a-kind training center, featuring instructors with decades of HVAC experience and a climate-controlled state-of-the-art lab where employees receive extensive hands-on training. Apply today in person at 1007 North Boulder Court, Post Falls, Idaho, or call 208-777-5528.
The Christmas holiday season is upon us, and the Plant Farm is ready to put your home decorations on display. The Plant Farm Poinsettia is ready to bring home, making your lights twinkle brighter and decorations dazzle. The Plant Farm Poinsettia is the coziness that brings families together and the symbol of hope and giving for the holidays. Bring home a Plant Farm Poinsettia today, because life is better in the garden.
Complete vehicle window tints, new heated seats. And right now, when you buy a new stereo head unit, you can get a free set of coax speakers. This Christmas, if you're looking for the perfect gift, then go to the pros at Snow's.
Add some thrill to this holiday season by tapping into some impressive horsepower and the refined performance of standard iActive all-wheel drive, all in a beautifully wrapped package. The rewarding Mazda CX-30. Find yours during the season of inspiration.
Embrace every unexpected turn in the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-30. Come take a test drive and reserve yours today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
You didn't choose cat allergies, your hairline, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. But you can choose your doctor who will care for all the things you didn't choose. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Of the holidays at River Park Square.
4 News Now is brought to you by Visit Downtown Coeur d'Alene this holiday season.
Another one bites the dust. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesota. Washington State football has lost another player to the transfer portal. This time, it's one of their young rising stars. Sophomore linebacker Francisco Mauingoa is the 11th Washington State player to enter the transfer portal. Mauingoa played in 11 games this year and positioned himself to be the centerpiece of Washington State's defense moving forward. Mauingoa had 60 tackles, including 3.5 sacks and an interception this season. Washington State will be shorthanded when it takes on Fresno State in the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl. The Cougars will also have to prepare for a pro-Fresno State crowd. According to our ABC affiliate in Fresno, Fresno State has sold out its allotment of 2,000 tickets for the LA Bowl. Now, the school is even asking for more. Kickoff between Washington State and Fresno State is set for 12:30 on December 17th from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and the game can be seen right here on KXLY. We will have live coverage from LA next week.
And if this season has showed us anything, it's that Idaho football is going to be good for quite a while. That's in large part to freshman quarterback Giovanni McCoy. McCoy was named the winner of the 2022 Jerry Rice Award. The Rice Award is given annually to the top freshman player in all of FCS football. McCoy is the first Idaho player to win the award. McCoy broke the Idaho single-season completion record. He also led the Vandals to their first FCS playoff appearance since 1995.
This whole season, it's just been a ride for sure. And I'm just so thankful for just all of the Vandal staff and my coaches and all of my teammates. It was just a great season and a great start to get my feet wet.
McCoy joins Cooper Kupp, Trey Lance, and Chase Edmonds as the other big names to win the Rice Award, all of whom made the jump from the FCS to the NFL. Idaho women's basketball on the road against Texas A&M Commerce. Now, before the game, both teams held a moment of silence in honor of the 4 Idaho students who were murdered a few weeks ago. Commerce even wore shirts with the words "Vandals Strong." A nice moment of solidarity for both teams there. Now to the action. Idaho forward Beyonce B kept the Vandals in the game. B had a game high 27 points, and Idaho led by a basket at halftime. But that's when Commerce made its run. 12 straight points for Commerce changed the momentum of this game. We go over to the final quarter now. Commerce with the ball once again. This time it'll be De'Yani Robinson from beyond the arc and buries the 3 and then daps up her coach to end that one. Idaho comes up short 88-72. Idaho will stay in Texas to take on UTSA. That's University of Texas San Antonio on Saturday. Washington State women's hoops trails Portland at halftime 35-24. Joanna Tedder has 5 points to lead the Cougars, and Washington State men's basketball leads Northern Kentucky 39-23 at halftime. Muhammad Gay leads Wazoo with 12 points. We'll have final results from both of those games tonight on Nightside. And that'll wrap us up for sports.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Fred's Appliance has GE Profile appliances on sale with smart leading-edge features that make life a little easier.
Smart features and sophisticated designs to simplify your life.
Profile dishwashers are quiet, powerful, and offer flexible loading options.
Fred's has more kitchen packages than you'll find anywhere. Save on GE appliances with up to $2,000 in rebates at your local Fred's Appliance.
Fred's has appliances in stock and on sale. Stop in and see us today.
Every winter, Spokane remembers why Ford trucks and SUVs are needed.
Traction in the snow.
Power for the road. And fun off the road.
And when you think these things, you think Wendell Ford.
Escape, Explorer, Expedition.
And don't forget about the F-150.
Many cars include factory rebates and financing as low as 0.9% for 36 months.
Put getting stuck in the snow in your rearview mirror.
Swing by Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division and drive for generations.
It's time to say yes to your healthcare story. The Washington Health Plan Finder helps you find new health plan options like Cascade Care. These plans cover primary care visits, mental health services, and generic drugs all before meeting a deductible. Start your next chapter off right by enrolling in your 2023 health plan at wahealthplanfinder.org. Don't wait until it's too late. Enroll now.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? The new P1FCU Premier Rewards MasterCard is here, just in time for the holiday season. Take advantage of 0% on new purchases for 6 months. Plus, get a 1.5% unlimited cash back on purchases. No points to count, special rules, or limits. It's simple, so go on. Reward yourself with the Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1FCU. Apply online at p1fcu.org/rewards.
Meet your local essential workers.
What I like about the UFCW 3000 is for the benefits that make our lives better.
They make sure that we have secured pension and retirement.
I can work part-time and still maintain my health care coverage.
I don't see myself going anywhere else because of UFCW 3000 benefits and wages.
Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Support local essential workers who live in and support our community. Go to ufcw3000.org to learn more.
4 News Now is brought to you by All Lines Insurance at alllinesinsurer.com.
Winter weather advisory goes into effect at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but the snow will start before then, but it's really going to be going by the evening commute.
Something to prepare for. Julian's here. We haven't asked Julian what his favorite Christmas movie is. I think it's The Christmas Prince, but it's probably close second. It's Elf. Ah, so close.
So many. Someone wrote in and said Rudolph was the favorite, the claymation one.
Ooh, love those.
That's what Matt Gray likes.
Kind of creepy.
Download the 4 News Now app today. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.